Jackie have filed a lawsuit demanding the right to an abortion, say she's learned her embryo no longer has cardiac activity. Not clear how that affects the suit, which sought class action status. 17-year-old American activist Emma Beretta is at the UN Climate Summit in Dubai. She doesn't like what she saw in the final draft agreement.
We demand a phase out of fossil fuels, and that is not in the text, and we will not rest until we see that.
Talks are in overtime there now over the language about fossil fuels. Latest news on inflation, the government says consumer prices rose by just 0.1 point last month. Prices are 3.1% higher than 1 year ago. CBS's Jill Schlesinger says inflation may have tamed some, but it's still causing a strain.
You need about $120 today to afford what $100 was able to buy you back in November of 2019. And that is clearly something that the Fed will be focusing on and discussing when they release their policy decision tomorrow.
She says it's likely the Fed will continue a pause in interest rate hikes. Checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 96 points, the S&P is up 5, NASDAQ up 38. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Take us with you on your free iHeartRadio app. Radio and podcast. And now, traffic on Talk 650 KSBE.
Just a little bit of eastbound Cap City freeway slowing as you approach the river. In the commute direction, just 9 minutes taking West Captain and split from East downtown Sacramento. West on 50, Folsom to downtown Sacramento, 24 minutes, 17 minutes from Woodland downtown and South I-5, Sacramento to Davis, 18. Traffic every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons on KFK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
This report is sponsored by the California Department of Healthcare Access and Information. The mental health crisis continues to grow. That's why California is doing something about it by creating a certified wellness coach program to help support the emotional well-being of our local community. Because it's time to spread the wellness.
Here's your updated weather on Talk 650 KSBE.
Sunny skies throughout the day today with a high of 60 degrees. Later on this evening, it'll be clear with temperatures in the mid-50s. Overnight lows getting down into the 40s. Currently 43 degrees at the KBK Weather Center. For news top and bottom of every hour, turn to KBK News Radio. This report is sponsored by Safeway. This week at Safeway, 1 pound of strawberries or 6 ounces of blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries are 3 for $12. Member price. Plus, get value packs of USDA Choice boneless beef tri-tip roast, untrimmed twin packs for $3.87 per pound with digital coupon, limit 2 packages.
It ignites something inside of you. Lightning and the thunder. Sets a light in a television state of being. Days of pure exhilaration. And the night next to you. Hear it. Feel the thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder's Lake Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. The perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange juice on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests pay for their testimonials.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contract. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, James. It's finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
Join iHeartRadio and Ryder Heating and Air Conditioning in support of eligible vets. Go to iHeartRadio.com/show your stripes to learn more and share your story. Hire smart, hire vets. Go to iHeartRadio.com/show your stripes.
Broadcasting from the Big Mountain Heating and Air Studios. Talk 650 KSTE, an iHeartRadio station. Any more or shown to me on the news. Now, the reason for that is because most of all, they're just full of it. It's all about making money, which I got zero problems with. Take everything you see with a grain of salt.
they do a report that you'd think would be easy to do, they flip it up. Case in point this, about the most stressful jobs in the world, and no talk show host is not one of them. It's not. I know. It's crazy, right? Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because then I'm going to read you what's in the report. Figure out which job is the most stressful. We actually have data from the Occupational Information Network, which is part of the U.S. Department of Labor. They've ranked the top 873 occupations in terms of their metric called stress tolerance. Coming in at number 5 with a score of 98 in stress tolerance is a urologist. And at number 4 is a phone operator. Number 3 is a judge. Number 2, an anesthesiologist assistant. But apparently, the number 1 most stressful job in the country is a film and video editor. Which is, first of all, no, but okay, whatever. So, that's what you heard, right? Urologist comes in at number 5. So you listen to that, you're like, wow, that seems pretty good. Except for that, I don't get the video editing thing, but whatever, again. Maybe I've got friends who video edit. I'm like, is your life? I'm going to ask them today. Everybody, Gary, can you just survive? Is it like possible? And there's your Bitcoin you talked to. Okay. So you heard it, though. That was coming in at number 1. Now, according to their report on the printed paper, it is different. What? So let's break down the top 10. Nurse, anesthetist. All right, so an anesthesiologist, nurse, like a nurse practitioner, this is for anesthesia. 195,000, their stress level is 96. Good money, stress. First line supervisor of retail sales worker. So you work in retail sales. First line, you're part of the, right? You're in the trenches every day, fighting with people. That's what you do. The Nancys and the Karens and the Brads and the Chads. Oh, Chad. All them fighting and yelling, I didn't get enough hot sauce. Those people. So you're the front line of that. Your stress level's 96. Half of it is because people are a-holes. The other half is because the people you probably work with aren't the sharpest. But it's only 39 grand. Number 8, public safety telecommunicators. Wow, they make it sound like it. If you're a 911 operator, stress level's 96, median annual salary 46 G's. Now, gynos, gynecologist. Number 7, stress level is 97. Medium salary is about 208 grand. Acute care nurses, their stress level is 98. Medium salary is about 78 grand. So that's number 6. Now number 5, let's go back and listen to that again and find out what number 5 is. I just want to double check what they said was number 5. Figure out which job is the most stressful. Okay, we actually have data from the Occupational Information Network, which is part of the U.S. Department of Labor. They've ranked the top 873 occupations in terms of their metric called stress tolerance. Okay. Coming in at number 5 with a score of 98 in stress tolerance is a urologist. Well, let's see here what they've got in the actual report. Breaking this down for you. One of you guys done it. Phone operator at number 5 here in their actual report. Medium annual salary is $37,630. Stress level is 98. Number 4, they've got a judge and a magistrate. So a judge, 150 grand a year. Stress level is 98. Number 3 is anesthesiologist assistant. So you assist in the anesthetizing of folks, right? Your stress level's 98, medium salary is 121. Number 2. So number 2, originally, they said this was the number 1 most stressful job, which is film editors. I don't even know how it's number 2. Duties for this include editing moving images on film, video, or other media. This position, which includes jobs in television and news editing roles, may work with producers or directors to organize image and soundtracks for final production. Stress level is 99, medium salary is about 63. But they said number 5 in the report was urologist. Here, they've got it number 1 on the written report. It's in the news everywhere. So their stress level is 100%. And the salary's about 208 grand. Somebody needs to figure out exactly what the deal is on the most stressful jobs and handling. One of them should be reported on who wrote this. Who wrote this and then handed it out into the guy who then reported it on the news as wrong. I don't know. Was it AI that wrote the actual report that's going out to everybody who can read it on the printed word? I have no idea. 323-538-2423. That is stressful, isn't it? A urologist, the most stressful job in America, maybe. Or a film editor / TV editor. Or it's none of those things. It's a mom, not a mom. The most stressful job in the history of mankind. No. It's not. I hate to break it to you, it's not. Being a dad's not the most stressful job in the world either. I hate to break it to all the dads out there doing the biz. No, it's none of those things. There's a lot of stressful jobs out there. I would think brain surgeon would be like uber stressful.
Oh, come on.
Because there's not like a day off. But I'm gonna half-ass this one, see how it goes. You know, you have to be on point every day. Pilot would seem to be semi-stressful, you would think, because you're flying around with a bunch of souls. As they would say, there's 237 souls on this plane. So that would seem, again, you probably don't want somebody half-assing it all the way through. I'm just throwing it out there. 323-538-2423. @Vincent Show is your Twitter. Tweet at us, text the program. Love hearing from all of you. What is stressful is inflation.
The rate is slowing, but prices are still high. And so when we ask people, okay, the jobs market is strong, yes, they acknowledge that, but their income isn't keeping up with inflation. And that's that immediate pocketbook impact where you see such big numbers say that.
Prices are still not back at those pre-pandemic levels.
Right. And when you look at what can be done, number one, there's no appetite for more rate hikes. That's important. That's affecting a lot of, especially a lot of young people as well.
Yeah. And it's affecting a lot of people across the board. Remember when they do inflation, they talk about, inflation's down. The rate of inflation isn't slow. But the reality is the things that we spend money on to survive. So fuel, right, energy, food, it's pretty important. Housing, that's up. So that's where we feel it. So when they come out and go, it just feels like, the economy should be better, but why are people stressed? Because when they take into account inflation, they're looking at it from like goods like t-shirts and disposable, but they're not looking at groceries and rent and mortgage and fuel. They throw those out because they can swing wildly, they say. We get that. But that's why when you say people don't have confidence in what's going on in the economy, and they feel like it's, and they feel stressed out now because they're film editors or urologists, but because life is hitting them in the bundle, there is a reason for that. There is. There's an absolute reason for that. Continue.
There's a large sense that they think the president can control. And look, objectively, that may or may not be the case, but it kind of comes with the job, right? They're not certain, in fact, many aren't sure what exactly the White House has done about all of this, and so his handling of inflation in particular remains low.
He hasn't handled it well. He hasn't. He's not handled it at all well. He is, first of all, let's be honest about COVID and the nightmare. Let's start there. We gave out a crap ton of money. Then we decided to give out a crap ton more. And then we went to the well for the third time because he wanted to be able to say he went to the well for the third time and have it on some of his watch. And that really lit the fire of inflation in a way that was just insane. I wasn't a fan of the second one. The first one I understood with Trump. The second one I wasn't thrilled with. By the third one, it was ridiculous. So there's where he had his hand in it. Then he tried to sell Bidenomics to the world. That really hasn't worked. Partially because the person selling it really doesn't sell it very well because he really doesn't do a lot well right now. And he's having a hard time communicating a lot of stuff. You're being mean. Being honest. So you start breaking these things down. Yes, you know what? You can't blame everything on this president. But like anything, it's the moves the president makes.
Why does it keep taking the trash out?
Whether
They only
what he
come
handed
once a week,
or
not
what
every
he's
day of the
done
week.
and how he pivots.
It's so fucking stupid.
That's
This
what
client
matters.
is so fucking stupid.
Like, I watch a lot of football. I'm sure some of you do as well. Watched the game last night. You know, I was talking about in-game.
Man, this client's stupid. He thinks the garbage gets picked up every day. So fucking stupid.